Hi Aries, welcome to your monthly tarot with me, Raphael Ray from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. So happy birthday to you Aries. I hope you have a good one. So before we start, I would just like to call into both of these decks all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I hope that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's have a look, see at what the month of March has in store for you. So you have your actions and your interactions in the world at large, and you've got the Ten of Wands. Okay, so this is actually a really good card for action because it talks about you actually doing something. It talks about you making moves, as it were. It talks about because your actions and your interactions is what you do in the world and how you interact with the world on a practical basis. And this talks very much, you know, the number 10 is about completion. It's about attainment, which is really great because it means this month you're going to be bringing to a close. I mean, you know, actually that's quite interesting when you draw the parallels because this is the beginning of a brand new solar year for you, you know, as you're taking a birthday. So you're stepping into this new era of, you know, the next era of your life. You're stepping into a brand new chapter. Each year of your life is like a chapter of a book. And the number 10 is about completion. So it's like you've come full cycle for the year and you're now looking at creating a new year. Now, the way that I'm kind of feeling this is when I see the Ten of Wands, it is a card of action. It's a card of doing things. This is a card of completing the things that you are doing or bringing the energy to a culmination so that you can start making moves or actually making things practical, making them tangible in your life. The thing to remember when you see the Ten of Wands is as well, if you are working with someone, if you are asking somebody to do something on your behalf or you are asking them to work with you in some way, shape or form, the thing about the Ten of Wands is the people that are on the receiving end or the people that you're asking to work with you may not be ready to receive your idea at this moment in time. They may not be able to conceive or perceive how this is going to work at this, you know, at this time. And so therefore it's kind of up to you to make sure that what you're putting on other people isn't actually a burden to them. It might seem like a great idea to you. It might seem like something, you know, that's an awesome thing to do for everybody involved, but sometimes the things that we bring to other people or the things that we offer them or give them, they're not actually ready for. And this is kind of asking you this month to you know, to really get soul searching and say, actually, is what I'm delivering too much for you? Is it not enough for you? You know, these are the things that you're going to have to be really sensitive around what it is that you're doing and what it is that you're expecting of others in terms of your interactions this month. So, yeah, that's quite interesting. Let's see what your money and your materials. So your money and your materials is obviously just that, but it can also talk about health. Sometimes it can give you indications of what's going to happen physically. Sometimes it can give you an indication of what's taking place, you know, within your home, because your home is your material, you know, it's your material foundation and basis. So let's see what you've got. You've got the Three of Cups. This is beautiful. So the Three of Cups talks about reunions. It talks about things coming back at us. It talks about people getting together that we used to interact with or that we haven't seen in a while. And this bodes really well for your money and your materials because it talks about, you know, this is actually a card of birth. And this is really interesting. So in your actions, you're completing things, you're wrapping things up, you're making them, you know, you're starting to make things tangible. Then in your money and your materials, you know, in the material world, you're starting to give birth to something, to actually create something. So this could be, I mean, the way that I'm seeing it is it's an opportunity in terms of work, but it's also an idea that you have had before that comes back around and gets a second wind. It gets a second chance at becoming something tangible. Now, what I kind of feel from this as well is this is going to be you getting together with somebody or a group, and this is you going to be discussing ideas that can become quite lucrative for all people involved. It also tells me that you will be treading old ground in some way, shape or form. And when I say treading old ground, what I'm actually talking about is This is somebody from your past coming forward to say, look, I've got an idea, I've got an opportunity, I've got some work that's going. In terms of your physical health, this is it's a great card actually, because it's asking you to get, you know, really practical about moving yourself into a new era of physicality. What do I mean by that? I mean, this is about you starting to go through that process of how do I become my healthiest self? You know, how do I become, and this centers quite largely around your emotional health. So dipping into your emotional health is going to strengthen and improve your physical health. For those of you that have had back problems, especially those of you with lower and sort of central back problems, this is, you know, you'll either be finding some way to cope with that or finding some way to make it better completely. So this is really good. This is really exciting. So in your communications and your interactions, this is, you know, your talks, your text messages, your social media interaction, it's all of this stuff rolled into one. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. So this month, you are a master communicator. This month, your message gets out to people at large. This month, you are heard for exactly what it is that you want to deliver. This is, you know, the Sun card is the absolute yes. It's the go for it. It's the go ahead. It's the, if you want it, it will be, you know, it will be provided. Your interactions and your communications with people this month are absolutely blessed. You are received in the best way. You are received in the best light, because the Sun card adds power and strength to everything else that it touches. And this kind of says that whatever physical, or rather whatever material pursuits you have, certainly around your communications, ideas and thoughts and projects that you might have on the go that you're looking to make a business out of, look really, really fruitful. They look like they're, you know, ready to take off. It's like you just find yourself in the right space at the right time. It also says that, you know, your actions and your interactions, because this card is the number 19. You know me, I love my numerology. 1 and 9 gives you 10. That's the 10 right there, right above the Sun card, you know, and that to me says that you're going to go through this massive process of closings and beginnings this month. You know, this is going to be a month not just for your own personal solar return, but you'll be wrapping things up and then sending brand new things out. You know, this is the time to lay the seeds. In terms of communication, because you've got the reunion card there as well. If you're thinking about reaching out to somebody from your past, this is the month to do it. Before any of the retrogrades start, this is the time. So probably before the 8th of March. You have up until the 8th of March. And probably actually, because, you know, the retrogrades give you the treading old ground sort of emphasis. So it's things and people that you can bring back into your life. Only under the Sun card, those things aren't coming into your life to be of a burden or for clearing. They're coming back into your life, you know, whether it's a person, whether it's a situation, whether it's a job. You know, this is about you very much tapping into the spirit of retrogradia, but making sure that you use that retrograde energy to really create something awesome going forward that has links to your past. So your communications this month are absolutely blessed. Your communications are really, really going from strength to strength, and it's like you are received in the absolute best light that you could be. And then finally, your home and your hearth. Let's see what your home and your hearth has to say. So this is your relationships, your love, baby. Let's see what we've got. Okay. You have the Page of Cups. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of past action going on here. It's interesting that your home and your hearth, you know, which is your heart and your hearth, which is your emotions opposite your money and your materials, is, you know, it's also cups. And then you've got this fire energy. So in the fire sector and the air sector, you've got wands cards, you know, which are both masculine energies anyway. And then in the more feminine energies, you've got the cups. So this month you're going to be in a real strength, you know, you're in a really strong position. You can't actually see that because the light's bouncing off it. That's kind of cool. It's like the sun's hidden. Well, we've just come out of an eclipse, so there you go. which will have brought you something anyway. Check out your personal eclipse video, and check out the overview as well, because the overview is going to give you the broader sense, and the video itself gives you how it affects you personally. Obviously it's general, but check it out anyway and see what you think. So in your heart and your half, you have the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is artistic endeavors, it's creation, it's you tapping into your creative ability, but it also represents a time of emotional stillness and emotional space. And when I say emotional space, I don't mean like being emotional within your space. I mean having the space within your emotions to really examine what you feel, who you feel it for, and why you feel it. My partner did this. I love it. I saw it this morning and I was like, actually, that's kind of cool. I'll leave that there. But you know, it is very much that. So in your relationships, if you're coupled, this is about tapping into that loving energy, that kind energy. And I really feel that for everybody, you know, our relationships are about to be elevated, especially after the eclipse, because it talks about our interactions with other people. In terms of you specifically in the month of March, if you're coupled, like I said, this is about you tapping into the sweeter side of your love. It's tapping into the part of you that is deeply warm, deeply emotional, deeply attached to people, attached to your significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, lover, you know, in terms of your familial stuff, this talks about your, you know, children. It talks about that youthful energy and how that youthful energy can create a different, and Aries is going through this anyway, because, you know, I've talked about this with the lunar eclipse, you know, and you guys are going to have this unfolding over the next sort of 6 months anyway. And it talks quite heavily about your ability to look at things through the eyes of young people, and how interactions with young people, you'll be a mentor to them, but they'll also be teaching you things in return. You know, the tutor-student relationship works both ways. You learn from each other as you're teaching each other in different ways. For those of you that are single, this talks about you really examining what it is you need from a partner. But this isn't about them, it's about you examining through a lens of self-reflection. So it's allowing this hollow space within you to say, what do I want to fill my interactions or my my energy for love with another person, my energy for relationships? What do I require from that in order to be happy and in order to be my most authentic self, and to also offer and give what I'm truly capable of giving to the other person? These are really, really great cards. You've got a lot of fire here and you've got a lot of water. So that looks like, you know, for lack of a better word, you know, fire and water create steam. Steam is, you know, when you talk about steamy, can be quite a, and as I said to you, you know, with the lunar eclipse that happened in January, this is very much about Aries getting in touch with their sexuality, their sensuality, enjoying the 5 sense reality, you know, and who's to say that that can't be a spiritual experience? It can very much be. I think the message here overall is to allow yourself to be authentic and allow yourself to really lose yourself to the moments that are unfolding in your life. Be present. You know, if you are feeling sensual, feel the sensuality. If you are enjoying a meal, enjoy the meal. Be present with everything that you do. Be aware of everything that you feel while you are doing what you do. And then finally, your key to the month, your extra information, that gorgeous little tidbit that the universe offers. You have, let's have a look. Oh, beautiful. You get the Magician. The Magician is an amazing card because it gives you the power. It gives you the ability to choose. It gives you the ability to say, this is what I want. This is what I want to create. This is, you know, if somebody gave you a magic wand, What would you do in your life? What would you change in your life? What would you make better or erase or alter as you had the opportunity to do so? That's what you're being asked when the Magician shows up, and it also puts you squarely at the focus, squarely at the focus point. It makes you the height of the game. It puts you squarely up there, out there for all people to see, and it gives you the ability to create whatever it is that you truly desire. And it's a power that, you know, it's the power of magic, literally. Use it wisely and be kind with it when it comes. And finally, there is a blue moon this month, which is a second full moon in the month. It's on the 31st of March. And my best advice to you is, whatever wish you have, use your power, use your magic wand to make it happen. This looks like a really great month for you, Aries. It looks like a month of real change, but it also looks like you're getting really honest with yourself about what you want and where you want to go. And I feel like, you know, even for Aries, you know, although you guys are solitary creatures because you like to be at the forefront, at the lead, you are very much, you know, you lead by example. But this is going to be a month where you discover what it is that you need from other people and how your interactions with other people can support and facilitate what it is that you want and where it is you want to be. So a great month, a really, really great month, very positive. And it looks like you've got the yin and the yang energy here, which is another part of the Magician, because it's like, you know, the one hand up that's pointing to the sky, aligning yourself to the divine will, the hand that points down at the ground, which is you know, bringing into manifest reality the energy that you're connecting to from source. That puts you in a really powerful place, because it means you're using the balance, you know. So you've got all the fire here, that's the masculine, you've got all the water here, that's the feminine, and they go in hand. That's a really potent and a powerful place to be. I wish you an abundance of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance itself. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. You can donate to the channel. For all of you that do, for all of you that are here constantly, and all of you that are just passing by, we are eternally grateful to you. Thank you so much for your continued support, and I will see you again very soon for more content and more videos.